Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Both teams riding 2-0 starts here. We'll get the turkey and move to 3-0 as week 3 gets underway. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
With slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, Rodgers. Fryermuth there to bring it in. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Complete to DK Metcalf. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Inside.
It's a design boot. Complete right side to Washington. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. A pistol snap here, Rodgers. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
From the gun, Johnson. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
You love a huddle Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. And it's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Now looking to throw with Rodgers. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and goal. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. Bateman hauls it in. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And they had that one contained right at the line. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Jackson now on 3rd. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. 7-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. Gets this one to Andrews. And that's good for a gain of 5. Holcomb there on the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Third and just 2 to go. Running right with Mitchell. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Got all of it, but no good. He needed a touch more to clear that crossbar. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, that fooled me. He had it online. That wasn't the issue. Just didn't have the leg he needed. And the ball goes the wrong way as he's denied by the crossbar.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he's only going to get down to the 47 on a short gain. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Rodgers to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
To the line they go. It's 2nd down. Pistol snap to Jackson. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stops.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Lamar now from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Caught by Flowers. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Ravens looking like they'll have to punt. The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Johnson. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Johnson up the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's brought down after a short gain. The Steelers calling their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now the give to Johnson. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Now it's up. The offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They go counter. It's Johnson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. Pretty easy kick here, Brock. Just 22 yards. Dicker connects there. And our first half ends with 3 points. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Boswell on to send this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Mitchell up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Again, this is Mitchell. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. Hauled in left side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he works this to the 38 before going down. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. On the handoff, here's Mitchell. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he'll go down here at the 16.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
And this is Mitchell. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him leave the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Mitchell again. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Now the field goal unit runs on for its 2nd try tonight. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his 1st attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run this with Johnson. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter 1st down. From the gun, Johnson. Jukes out a one-stop. They only get 1, so it's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seen him get beat there and forced to take it out of bounds near the line? Well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Metcalf there to bring it in. Continuing to move past the 45. The 30. DK Metcalf. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Returning it from the 4. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Handoff here to Mitchell. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking for Zay Flowers. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. They connect for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down, ball at the 36. Blitz coming, Lamar. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes this inside the red zone to the 15 before going out. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Lamar throwing again. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now within 1 score in the 4th. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. On the return, here comes Austin. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now it's Johnson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Hey, 88.
Play action with Rodgers. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. Jukes one defender. And this is a nice gain. That's stopped at the 47. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Here's Johnson again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Throwing on first down, Rodgers. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. Juke the defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Man in motion out of the slot. Now a give right side to Wilson. Escapes a defender. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers leading by 8. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with first and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
He has it on the QB sneak. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. Back-to-back stands at the goal line, and now it's 3rd and goal.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Johnson. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers lead by 15 now. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Looking to throw it. Escapes the pocket. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And he is stopped a long ways from that line to gain. They force a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.